Hello everyone, my name is Zane Jenkins and today I will be presenting my conflict map on Black Lives Matter movement and police reform in the United States. Here is my table of contents of each subject that we will be covering and discussing in my presentation today. Slide 1 is based on content. To understand this conflict, it is important to look at the context in which takes place. The conflict centers around police reform, government accountability, and criminal justice politicals. Different states and local governments have responded in different ways, leading to ongoing debates about how policies should change. Socially, this conflict focuses on racial and inequalities, public trust in low informants, the large protests that take place around the country. Economically, protests affect businesses and local economies, which governments also debate how public funds should be used for policies and communities and programs. Culturally, people have different beliefs about race, justice, and law enforcement. Social media has also played a major role and influencing by spreading information quickly and encouraging people to become more involved in what's going on. Conflict parties, causes, and consequences. The primary conflict parties are Black Lives Matters movement and police departments because they are more directly involved in the conflict. Secondary parties include local communities, states and federal governments, civil rights organizations, the media, the political leaders, because they are influenced how the conflict develops and how the solutions are created. Some of the main causes Some of the main causes of this conflict include incidents of police brutality, racial discrimination, the lack of accountability and misconduct, and long-standing distrust between some communities and law enforcement. As a result, there have been there have been nationwide protests, increased awareness of racial injustice, new policy discussions, etc. Goals and interests. One important concept we've learned in this class is the difference between goals and interests. The Black Lives Matter movement goal includes police accountability, equal treatment under the law, and justice of victims of police violence. Their deeper interests are creating safe communities, protecting human rights, and achieving long-term equality. Police departments have goals such as enforcing the law, maintaining public safety, and protecting officers. Their interest includes earning public trust, ensuring officers' safety, and working cooperatively with the communities and serve. Even though their goals sometimes seems to conflict with both groups, actually share an important interest creating safer communities where people can live without fear. Conflict concepts and theories. This conflict may be concepts we've learned throughout this course. One concept in is goal is incompatibility goals. Sorry, because each side has different priorities about how justice and public safety should be achieved. Another is incompatible values, since people often have different beliefs about policies, fairness, and equality. Groups sobriety can be seen in how both supports of the Black Lives Matter and law enforcement unite around their shared beliefs and values. The conflict also experienced escalation with protests become more confinable solution. There are several possible solutions that could help reduce the conflict. These include increasing community policies, requiring body counts, creating independency investigations of political misconduct, and expanding mental health crisis teams involving officers training, investing in local communities, and encouraging open community communication between residents and laws and the law enforcement. The solution I support the most is combining community investment with police accountability. Investing in education, housing, employment opportunities, and mental health services helps address many of the problems that are conducted to conflict. While accountability builds trust between police and communities they serve, I believe this combination creates a strong foundation of a long-term change. Reflection and recommendations. The concept that inspired me the most during this course is conflict transformation. Instead of simply ending a disagreement, conflict transformation focuses on changing the relationship involving communication and solving the deeper problem that caused the conflict in the first place. My recommendation includes continuing police reform efforts, increasing communication between communities and the law enforcement, investing in education and community programs, reducing and focusing on shared interests instead of differences. I believe that when people work together, listen to one another, and address the root cause of conflict, they can build stronger relationships and create long-lasting solutions. Here is my reference page. In conclusion, the conflict between Black Lives Matter movement and the police department is complex because it involves political, social, economic, and cultural factors. Although the two sides have different goals, they also share common interests, especially creating safer communities involving public trust. Using conflict solution Using conflict resolution strategies like communication, accountability, and conflict transformation can help move this conflict towards a more positive future. And thank you everyone for listening to my presentation. And if anyone has any questions or anything like that, I'll be just happy to